Right, so you've joined me about a day after I put the video out about my old man, and I've decided to get out and do a bit. I've been out this morning for a bit of a walk with a dog, which has been nice, and I've decided I'm going to get on and do a bit more of this tree work. Just fell one down now just beside the shed. I have damaged the fence, but that's what it is. And I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 or 9 lumps to come off. To clear this section. All it is they're just too tall. They've never been managed before we moved in, and if they come down, they're going to smash my shed, or they're going to go behind the next door neighbour's behind. So I want to get them down. I'm just processing the wood over here. That's where it's going to be sat up for now, so I can process it, and then some over the other side as well, just over here. So I shan't record me being up a tree because obvious reasons, but lots of people have said they're a bit worried about me doing it all on my jack, but what we're doing is, for these bits, is Mrs. P and Josh is on the rope. We've got a big rope here going out. I climb up the ladder as high as I can go, tie it around the top of a tree. I make just a simple back cut, and then I just slowly let the tree fall over. If it starts to lean back, then Mrs. P and Josh just ease it over and let it come back down. So as I say, if it damages anything, I'm not overly concerned because I can repair that, but I'd rather do it now in a controlled manner than it coming down in an uncontrolled manner and it just completely flatten everything. At least this way I can reduce a lot of the weight off of the timber before it comes down, and then that way when I do bring it down, it's not so much of a problem. So let me get this bit processed up. I'll just drop this one down. It has damaged the fence, as I say. A new fence panel is only 20 quid, so I'm not worried about that. I can always just replace those. And I'm doing this entire job with this. This is what I'm doing it with. Okay, and I have got a chainsaw anyway, but this is, because it's portable, when you have it up in your hand, just at arm's reach, you can just process a lot of this up just with this little tiny bit of equipment here. So that's what I'm using. I've just put down my chainsaw gloves somewhere. I can't find them. Here. So that's all I'm doing. Simple little process job. Make it small and manageable enough for me just to manage the timber on my own. I dare say a job like this, put a comment in the comment section below how much you think a job like this would cost if you've got a professional in, and a professional I am not. So, it's all about just taking the tension out of the branch before you commit to it, so that the actual limb is dead. What we call a dead cut, rather than under stress. Because it's under stress, then it's just going to pinch. Now, so far, I've done well over half of this tree. Okay, and I'm still on the same chain that came with this. Little CC chainsaw. So all I'm going to do is just manage it into small lumps. That's manageable for me just to maintain. So the fence has gone there, but I can repair that. So I'm not concerned. It's all about just bringing it down safely. I want to put that in half really if I can. It's still quite a big lump. Better, and that way I can get that bit out. Looks like I've only damaged one fence panel, so not too shabby. And whether or not I get someone in to actually clear this away, I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Quite a bit here to do, so I might just pay someone just to come in and just sort of remove it, so that it saves me doing it. But I've got one big bit down, which is quite nice. I'm just going to manage it inside here now best I can. It is confined working, so it's one of the dangerous types, but that said, I did take all of the weight off the bottom of his branches before I felled the bigger bits. Whoop, there goes the camera. Dangers of working with a tripod and a chainsaw explained. Let's get rid of this big bit. Because Mrs. P wants the washing line up and running because we are into the summer months, getting there. So she wants the washing line up and running so we can turn that tumble dryer off. So that's pinching, so I'll go underneath. There's one bit there. I'm just delimiting it, and then I can cut the cores up so they're much more manageable. All these little bits I'll just chip in a little tiny electric chipper I got. That's just pinched. Let's pinch my saw. That's better. Get it out of there. And again, get rid of that bit. And I'm just processing it all up. And then Mrs. P will come back out in a minute and she'll give me a hand to do the next bit. And then we go from there. So let me get this bigger bit moved up out the way and I'll come back to you once I've done that. Right, so done a bit more today. I'm going to call it a day because the wind has just picked up. Now it doesn't take a lot, and any tree surgeon will tell you the wind can either be your friend or your enemy. Now it doesn't look like a lot of wind, but I reckon it's about 5, maybe 6 miles an hour wind, something like that. And because I'm in such an enclosed space, I'd rather have the wind coming from behind the trees pushing this way, but it's not, it's going that way. So any tree surgeon will tell you, if they're worth any weight in gold, they tell you the wind is either your friend or your enemy. Because sometimes you can rely on the wind, and I don't have any room for error with regards to the wind going the other way, because it will just blow it into my neighbour's garden, which is fine as long as there's no damage. But I don't want to be leaning all those trees onto my neighbour's back neighbour's garden. So that's not the idea of the exercise. So far I've done quite well. We've processed another 3 lumps, something like that. So they're always there. There's a bit over the far side now as well. The big one caused a few issues, which was this one here where the ladder is now. That caused a few issues because it was tied in, but we managed to get it out without too many dramas. I just smacked my thumb, but that was just a non-chainsaw accident. So what's left is got a little tiny limb up there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to remove that entire section of those, and they look pretty small. So I can just tie a rope around those, just do a back cut, and they'll come straight over. There's no real weight to those. It doesn't look like there's a great deal inside here, but there's quite a bit of weight on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up this side here first and just remove some of this weight off of that, just so it takes a weight off of it, because they will be resting on the shed. Now I've already dropped about, well, we're probably about just over half, I'd say, in the actual tree itself. So I've already dropped 1/2 actually on the shed roof already, which is all this lot here. It's all done. So I had Mrs. P and Joshy Boy out on the rope, just pulling them over. My one just set back ever so slightly, but I managed to put a wedge in the back of it and just tease it over, and it come down with no real big issues. Mrs. P screamed when it come down, but then as a payback, she's just sat on the hot tub, which has got water on it, and she's now got a wet backside, so that's quite nice. So I reckon another day and a half out here, we'll get this lot cleared up, which has been nice. One thing I do want to mention is that on my last video I did with regards to my dad and the dementia side of it, it looks like it's so flipping common. So many people have had it in their families and what have you, judging by the comments. I've had some lovely comments too. And I must say, over the past 4 days now, I've actually had no headaches, because we did reach a crisis point, but it looks like we're now alleviate a little tiny bit. The doctors managed to get Dad on some kind of antidepressant, anti-anxiety tablet, and Mum's had like 5 good days with him, so it's only going to get worse. I know that. I'm not under no disillusion. Pip, come here, darling. Okay, Pip, good girl. I'm under no disillusion, but we'll take the good over the bad any day of the week, and he looks like to be he's modelling through his day all right. So, so that's that. Once we get these trees all down, I can sleep a bit easier at night knowing I don't have this massive risk. I've got these 3 at the back to do, and they are nearly the same height. So they're about, I'd say, what's that, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, they're about 70 feet up, these trees, from the ground. And most people probably wouldn't have tackled that on their jack, but well, I'm a lumberjack, aren't I? I'm a lumberjack and I'm all right. So I'll have a go at it. My mate Pete was supposed to come down and give me a hand, but he never turned up. I think he was too busy advising Luke on his Love Island strategy. And then Conker wanted to come down and give me a hand, but Conker's only got 1 leg, so he's about as much use as a 1-legged man at an arse-kicking party. But at least he offered to come and hold the rope, but I don't want to put anyone else at danger. Joshy boy can do it. He's a nice young, fit lad, so Joshy can do that. And he's far enough away on the rope not to get tangled up with getting hit by the top of a tree. So yeah, ideally this wants just dropping down on a line and lowering down bit by bit, but I don't have those facilities. I'm not paying out for it. Not when I can do it on my own. So looks to be all right. So yeah, I'm going to go and get washed up. I'm covered in conifer sap, and I've got all stuff down my t-shirt and whatever. So nice bath, I think, and go and chill out for a bit. I've been for a nice dog walk this morning. Did about I've been counting my steps as part of a keep fit and positive thinking is what I'm trying to say. So me and Mrs. P have been at it. We've not at it, but we've been at it trying to keep fit as we can. Today so far I've done 5,500 steps. Yesterday I did, what did yesterday? Let's have a look here so I can find it. Tuesday, so Monday did 2,000, just over. Tuesday 3,600. Wednesday 3,000. Didn't do a lot Thursday. 8,000 Friday. 9,000 yesterday. And up for another 5,000 today. We've got another dog walk to do this afternoon, so I've got to do 10,000 by the end of the day. So we're trying to keep the steps up and eating positively and all the rest of it. So yeah, we're doing all right. It's good for up here. That's what I need at my time of life with my dad at the moment. So yeah, we're getting another good day out here. I need to get down the tip and get some of this process down the tip in the trailer. It's going to take about 10 loads. I've only got a small trailer, but I do the bulk of what I can, the core stuff, and then the small stuff. I'm just going to get a little chipper, and I'm just going to chip it into the lawn, so it's done. So that'd be good. I had a little electric one somewhere, but it blew up. So I'm going to get a petrol one. In fact, I've got one, and I just need to fix that. But it's getting around to that. So I may just hire one for now, just to get the job done, rather than mucking about waiting for me to fix that one. So yeah, I'll give you a little update on the trees a bit later on once we get a bit further. But I just want to say thanks, really, guys. Thanks for sticking by me. Number one, thanks for the lovely comments I got about my dad the other day. Look at that, look, just feel that sun on your face. It's a really nice feeling. I love the sun, and the sun is good for everyone, vitamin D. So the sun is good for everyone, so yeah, thanks for that. I do appreciate it. There's about well over 100 comments inside 24 hours, which is, I'm not looking at the analytics, but it made a big difference when you're just down on your chips a little tiny bit. And people give lots of advice about putting dad in the home, don't put him in the home, this, that and the other. But I suppose everyone's life is different, so you have to sort of just go with what my mum really wants. She's one that's actually living it. So I just have to go with her information rather than anyone else's. That wind has picked up. That makes a big difference. Right, I'll leave it there. 7 minutes me waffling plus a bit beforehand, so that'd be enough for a video for you guys and girls. And we'll carry on. But that little CC chainsaw, it's still on the very first chain. Haven't sharpened it yet, and it's still cutting away. Because I'm cutting slightly bigger stuff at the moment, it is overheating. It's got an overheat protection system, like so it cuts out for about a minute, and then once it cools down again, it cuts back in again, so that's good. So once I've done these ones at the back, let me straighten up a touch. Once I've done these ones at the back here, I've got this one here to do, which is no bigger. I just want to top that out a bit. I want to try and keep a bit of height if I can, because it just stops people peering over from the back, but just top that one out a touch, and then I've got to manage these three over this side here, and they're going to be brought to the same level roughly as this one here, because they're going to be building behind these trees at some point. So I might just top those ones out, just to the same height. Now I do believe that's just one core log all the way up, so I can just top those out. They won't look quite as nice as what we used to like they are now, but that's what it is. But I'll just get them out and get them managed. And if we do get some winter wind and weather next year, then at least I'll be in a better position to manage them going forward. So, right, I'm clean crackered, knackered, and I'm going to go indoors and put my feet up, have a bath, all the rest of it, and go and chill out. So, catch you guys next time. If you did enjoy a little video, then yeah, hit the old thumbs up and subscribe, because 90% of my subscribers are not, 90% of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you're watching a video, hit the subscribe button. It is free to do it. I don't know why I call it subscribe, just call it follow, like I do on Instagram. Just hit that follow subscribe button. It's free, but it helps my channel out. So do that and go from there. Right, catch you later.